это все это ерунда. Можете даже об этом не задумываться, потому что когда-то в Израиле, подумайте об этом, также начинали ребята заниматься капуэра, и они не слишком хорошо играли, они не делали каких-то безумных вещей, каких-то безумных прыжков, да, но они очень сильно повлияли на капуэра в Израиле, на то, какой она есть сейчас. То же самое предстоит и вам.
One of the cool things about being pioneers is you get to learn capoeira not like a student, but like a discípulo, they say in Portuguese. It's different, there's student, there's disciple. Yeah? And when you're one of the first, you get to spend a lot of time with your teacher, and this is what happened to me with Mestre Dan. Very quickly, I was spending many hours with him every day. Started like 2 trainings a week, then 4 trainings a week, then on the weekend sleeping in his house like Friday, Saturday, training all, then going to shows, then presenting a lot. We did tens of thousands of shows, so driving in the car and listening to music and talking. So very quickly you get to, and as pioneers you get this chance because you're all the time doing stuff, events and organizing. So I was spending, more time with him than with my parents for many years. So this kind of relationship is what the old school masters say. They had the disciple, and the disciple that's walking after them, to the market, helping them carry the fruit in Brazil, and learning capoeira not only in class, because in 10, 20 years, it's going to be only in class, like in Israel today.
По мнению мастера Cueca, быть пионером, первым поколением в каком-то начинании, да, это как наследие, да. Вы как будто преемники в каком-то деле. Для начала вы начинаете, вот как мастер Cueca с мастером Даном, да, то есть мастер Cueca начинал сначала 2 тренировки как бы в неделю, потом 4, потом он на выходных там проводил время. Затем он просто буквально участвовал в каждом шоу. Они участвовали во многих, просто десятки тысяч, наверное, сотни тысяч шоу они сделали вместе. И вы водите машину, там слушаете музыку, то есть полностью вовлекаетесь в капуэра. То есть это основная мысль мастера Cueca, которую пытался донести, это то, что быть первым поколением – это наследие.
Yeah, we're talking about a time not that ancient ago, but in the 1990s, there was no internet, not even CD yet so much. There was no information about capoeira. So it was really sort of doing it in the dark. When a master used to come to Brazil, the information he gave, that was the only information you had. There was one book, there was 2 or 3 tape recorders, what do you call these, cassettes. In his car, you change every 30 minutes the time. And it's funny, today we cannot imagine this. Today all the information, everybody has all the information. In your pockets now you have more information than most capoeira masters in Brazil have their whole life. You can look up anything you want. But I think maybe this lack of information was also good for us. I always say that I think for the first 4 or 6 months I only learned Mialu de Compasso. I didn't know there was other kicks. It was amazing. We had so much fun just kicking Mialu de Compasso. And we got really good at it. Yeah? And so that's it. It's an interesting part.
There was one guy who had a few cassettes, video cassettes. This guy, one of the students, he went to the States and then he bought a collection of games with Espinho and Marcelo Caveirinha and Coburinha. And he didn't, it was so precious, he didn't take it out of his house. If you want to see it, you have to go to his house. And then every Saturday in Cueca.
Not every Saturday, but every Saturday the Mestre Dan used to fight with Noah. Because if they used to fight, he used to call me, Cueca, let's go out. So I was lucky, they were fighting a lot in the beginning.
Поздравляю тебя,
Мы сейчас говорим не о наших временах, да, в которых и в которых информация доступна абсолютно любая, абсолютно всем, каждому, в любое время суток. Мы говорим о 90-х, когда особо даже не было интернета, даже CD-дисков не было вообще. А единственная информация, которая была у них, это кассеты для магнитофона, да, которые ты каждые 30 минут ты меняешь сторону в машине. Это все, что у них было. И они вспомнили про одного парня в Тель-Авиве, у которого были две кассеты на видеомагнитофон с записями о капуэре. Он ездил как-то в Соединенные Штаты, записал определенное видео, и он держал эти кассеты дома и не разрешал их даже выносить. То есть, если вы хотите посмотреть видео с этой кассеты, приходите ко мне, и мы его посмотрим. И они ходили туда каждый раз, когда маэстро Дан ссорился с маэстро Ноа. А ссорились они довольно часто вначале, поэтому Cueca говорит, что для меня это было большой удачей.
So I started capoeira after the first batizado. I think there was one batizado before I started. And a little bit after the first batizado that Messi Daniel did, I joined. And I remember my first batizado. Yeah, that we
It
did.
was the first batizado that I organized, my students. But for Daniel, Mr. Daniel was the second or the third. Yeah.
And we used to do together, everybody, I think all the capoeiristas in Israel in the first workshop, everybody from all the groups. It was all the groups. It was like 50 people, or 60. Yeah. And in one workshop, Mr. Marcelo was there.
Yeah,
Mr. Marcelo, Mr. Spiu. I had 3 months in capoeira. And can we see it?
Это первая батизаду, это батизаду маэстро Cueca, первая, которую организовал маэстро Дан. Это новое. На этой батизаде были маэстро Спир.
Cueca התאבד בכניסה.
В те времена, когда Cueca занимался капуэрой, мелочи компасу, это был вообще самый большой уровень в капуэре. То есть они буквально 3-4 месяца они отрабатывали одну мелочь компасу. Это Cueca. Это Cueca. Cueca здесь 14 лет. Вот его спина.
מה זה? מה זה? מה אמר?
Здесь ему больно. А здесь не очень.
Isso é chatinho.
Я не знаю, как ты перевести.
פה יש וידאוים טובים.
Cueca was so cute.
Cueca был милашкой.
One. Idan, so tell us a little bit, very quickly, capoeira pegou fogo in Israel, yeah? Like you said, there was a generation of 10, 15 super dedicated people. We went crazy about it 24 hours a day. And I don't remember what happened, but...
Yeah, well, this 10, 20, each one had about 200 students, and then it just doubled itself all the time. Then we I think in 2002
Ele tinha 200 alunos.
we had a sponsorship with the water company, the mineral water company, that they liked capoeira and they chose Cueca and another student to do a commercial. And that time we were in our peak, maybe. I think we had more than 7,000 students, and we did a event. In the event there were more than 1,500 students in uniform, in the same T-shirt, everybody, and the same place, big class outside. It was in all the news, in television, and at that time it was crazy. Everybody in the street knew what capoeira is. Israel also is very small. When something hits, it spreads like fire. And we were quite prepared. Like there were this first generation, it was like a magnet. They were so strong that if you saw their heart, if you saw the thing, it was so real. People joined capoeira. Then people saw it's not for everybody, because we were really, really serious about it. You know, when something is trendy, so in the beginning everybody likes it, and then people realize, to be as good as him, you have to work as hard as him, and if I'm not going to work hard, so maybe it's not for me. So there was a little bit down, and maybe